Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Back at it again. It's good to see y'all again. Blessed, favored, if you want to call it that. Thankful, above all things, just thankful. Another day to try and come out here and succeed at one's goals. It's been interesting the past couple days. Been had some epiphanies or some insights. Once again, the corny sayings are I'm always finding out that they're so true. They're so true. I got a crazy, it's not even a crazy idea, just I don't even know how I overlooked it, but somebody that I consider to be not even interested too much in the world of business said something to me the other day, and made a light bulb go off in my head. I was like, shoot, I owe you lunch. And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, I was gonna run a play a different way, but when they said, why won't I do X? I was like, dang, I can't poke no holes in this. And this person that I'm referring to, they're a young person. They're like 22 years old. They're not in the business at all, anything. They're just, just living their young life. And just said something that was very eye-opening, and I was like, I'm gonna buy you a lunch for that, just because you just conceptualized something or brought something to my attention that was right in front of my face. So I say all that to say this: I don't care how old you are or where the source comes from. You can learn from everything. You can learn from any source, and that's not even the reason why I went on this video today. It just ran across my mind just now, like saying, hey, here's a whole nother separate message. It was crazy because this just happened last night. I'll be honest with you, it just happened last night. And it's like, that's a powerful play, and it's a play so powerful. I'm gonna tell you to the extent of this. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you to the extent of this. That play will bring an additional $1,300 a month into my control. And I was like, holy crap, Batman. You're like, yeah, we did. That's a better idea than what I had. And it was crazy. It just was crazy. But I digress. The reason for this video is to ask, for those of us that are on this path, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? That is the essence of what we're talking about today. How bad do you want it? And that want could be a new career, a body that you would consider to be just elite or top or healthy, just healthy. You don't have to be out here trying to be sexy or nothing. Healthy. A business venture. A home for your family. You name it. How bad do you want it? In relationship to something that you're desiring or an endeavor that you're about to embark upon or currently may be involved in, there's a thing called pay price to action. Pay price to action. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? And miss me with the Hollywood oh, Kanye West had to sacrifice his mom in order to... That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that type of rumor mill or conspiracy theory or whatever you want to call that. That's not where I'm coming from. How bad do you want it? I was talking with my cousin the other day, and he had got into a little verbal altercation with a certain female he was talking to, and he immediately snapped out of the state of anger he was in. He was like, and for some of those that know me, a lot of you know me, my nickname is Sauce, Big Sauce. He was like, Sauce, let me tell you something, man. He was like, do you think that I spent all them years going to school, turning in projects, cramming, studying, learning, he's in the medical profession, to get into an argument with this person and jeopardize all that I worked for. I was like, hell no, cuz. He was like, you effing right. He was like, he said, I shut that relationship, that whole situation down immediately. I said, I know that's right. I know you right. No matter what it may be, or who it may be, you paid a great price for something. So you had to sacrifice something. And this is all of us that's endeavoring on any worthwhile task. When you want success, you're going to have to give up something. You're going to have to let something die. Might be a bad habit. Might be a relationship. And it's another thing that goes with that is when you want it bad enough, you will understand this is something that I must do. Which brings me to a co-aspect of what I'm talking about, which is what is your level of desire and will to make this thing come into fruition? Like where's your will at? So I'm gonna give you a story that I heard from one of my mentors. He told the story. So there was this certain young man who went and saw this guru, and the wise old learned guy, the guru, told him. He asked the guru. The young guy asked the guru. He said, and you may have heard this story before, but it applies. He asked the guru, I want you to teach me how to be successful. I want to succeed at fill in the blank. And the guru says, before we embark upon that, before we set out on that journey, I need to make sure you understand the level of desire you must have in order to complete the task. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever it takes. He said, good, very good. He said, tomorrow morning, he said, meet me at the beach. They were near a beach. Tomorrow morning, meet me down at the beach, 6 a.m. The guy's like, what I gotta go do this for? Why? All right, whatever, man. Tomorrow, the guy was punctual. He showed up. The old man was standing navel deep, waist deep in the water. The young guy walks up to him, walks out to the water. He walks out waist deep. He says, all right, walk out a little bit further. So it gets up maybe to about his chest. And now the guru says, all right, come closer to me. He came closer to him. He said, you feel the water, how cold it is? He's like, yes. He said, are you okay with it? He said, yes, I'm fine. He said, all right, I want you to kneel down and hold your breath under the water. So the guy says, I don't know how this has anything to do with teaching me to become successful, succeed at my task. Guy goes down underwater, holds his breath. The old man immediately puts his hand on his head and holds him under the water. The guy starts fighting a little bit, but then he's like, all right, whatever. So now, obviously, the primary goal becomes breathing. So the guy is fighting to get up, but the old man is quite strong, and he holds him under that water. Now the guy is starting to freak out and spaz. He's trying to come up. He can't do it no more. He's freaking out for real. The old man's holding his head under the water. This goes on for about another 15, 20 seconds. The old man releases him. The guy stands up. You're like, what the bloop, bloop? You fill in the blanks. Cussing the guy out. Why'd you do that? He's going off on the old man, cussing him out. Everything. The old man is standing there quietly with a smile on his face. The guy is almost ready to fight this guy, the old man. The old man looks at him and says, do you see how bad you wanted to breathe that air? The guy calmed down. He was like, yeah. He said, that's how bad you got to want to complete the task that you're about to set out on. How bad do you want it? That's how bad you got to want it. Like that guy who wanted air, you got to want it the same way. Because you know why? Life going to test you. It's going to try you. People going to try you. Family going to try you. Friends going to try you. Spouse is going to try you. You going to try you. You half the time are going to be your worst enemy. So unless you want it that bad, like that guy wanted air to get his behind up out that damn ocean and just breathe. If you don't want it that bad, hang that mess up. You ain't going to do it. Ain't nothing easy. Nothing. You got to want it that bad. Like that guy wanted air. You got to want it that bad. What are you willing to sacrifice? Pay price to action. You may not be able to make all your kids' recitals or plays. They got to understand or don't understand. Be sensitive, though. Because everybody, how the saying goes, many are called, few are chosen. This is what the chosen go through. This is what they go through. How many parties you willing to miss because you cracking them books, college student? How many vacations with your family is you willing to forego because you need that money to roll into your business or to fix your credit so that you can have the funds to roll into your business? Because that's something we'll talk about in another video. But we don't start businesses to make money. We start businesses to get funding, then take that funding and go make money. We use other people's money. We don't use our own money. That's a whole nother video. We got a lot more coming. But how bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? You got to want it real bad, and you got to understand pay price to action. Dad was never around when we grew up. He was always doing this, that, and the third, and that. Yeah, but you live in a mini mansion, and you had a want for nothing, and you had the best medical coverage, and he sent you to a private school, or she sent you, or mom made the sacrifice. Somebody made some sacrifices. I'm talking to my entrepreneurs right now. I'm talking to my people who are engaged in some sort of high performance task. You could just be a college student. You could be a high school student. You struggling? Your grades not right? Crack the books. Look, I went to what's the name of the school here in Atlanta Tech, and I had to take a pre-college algebra course because, man, I graduated in '89, so I had to take a pre-algebra course. Passed it, and I had a math instructor, professor, black guy, and he told us something in class one time. He was like, this is totally off subject, y'all, just a little tidbit, somebody might need to hear this. Stop letting math frustrate you if you're involved in any type of school curriculum with math. 17 is the number. 17, that means whatever math discipline you're in, algebra, calculus, trigonometry, whatever you may be in, you take a problem that has majority of that particular discipline's steps that are required, and even though you know the answer, you do that problem 17 times. 17 times. Over and over. I don't care if you know the answer already. Just do it 17 times. Once you do it 17 times, I think the first 4 or 5 times, you're going to stumble through it. 6 to 10 or 6 to 9, you probably got it locked by that time. 10 to like 12, it's getting on your nerves because you pretty much have memorized all the steps. And then 13 to 17, you can't even forget the stuff no more. It's like it's ingrained in you now. You have to do a problem 17 times in order for you to have a pure ongoing understanding of how that problem works, backwards and forwards, everything. So it's 17. 17 is the number. My math instructor made me understand that. The moment I implemented that class became super easy. But I digress once again. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Pay price to action will be paid. You're going to sacrifice something. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to lose friends. Family going to look at you with the side eye. Fellas, she might leave. To my ladies, that are driven to succeed at things, he may not understand. He may feel as though you're in competition with him. It's going to happen. Just don't say I didn't tell you, but it's going to happen. So, as I conclude yet another gem or tidbit of information for you, pay price to action and will, desire, burning desire. Remember that guy that wanted to breathe? How bad do you want to succeed? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice? All right. Have a good day, y'all.